If you just stumbled across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It burns, so give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorries won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, but Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent? He's busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, right? What doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Might be that another day she would have wished to stay, but they're done. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It hurts, so giving something worse to pass the time. Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad.
It is time for that nightly mic check.
I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad.
And we got a sweet little delay going on. How's it going, guys? Easter egg is in the house. If you guys are just now tuning in, or maybe you're catching this at a later time, because my alpha does hold for a little while. I like to use some bigger time frames. Keep us in the loop for a few days, maybe a few weeks. My name is Lane. You're watching Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dogg. Here on the Road Dogg Crypto channel, let's go ahead and let's get it started. Well, yeehaw. Look at this day. Another mixture. Kind of a boring weekend. Kind of getting to be the norm for the weekends. Just being kind of dry and boring, especially for Bitcoin. On the hour, let's see what's popping off. Caspa's been having a nice day today, looks like. Here I am on the 1 minute chart on Bitcoin because I'm just bored to tears. Well, look, we came all the way down to, where was this? About 29,600. Kind of like a possible bump and run pattern here that seems to play to the upside. Now we're currently on the 1 minute. If anyone cares, 5 minutes from now. Actually, it does last a little bit longer, so it's not a horrible chart to be on. You just don't want to get stuck on it and miss the bigger picture, because every one of the bigger time frames can spank this one's butt. Currently on the 1 minute, we're in a rising wedge, which suggests that we should pop to the downside unless it wants to do something to really make it bullish. Can't see that happening so much. Zooming out to the 15. Oh, nice possible double bottom kind of ish thing on this trend line. Didn't really come down and test that. A little sign of strength there. What I'm concerned about is, or looking for, is if we're going to come up to this trend line right here, touches these bottoms here, there, 3 touches there, cuts through a little over here. Because that was a big, scary drop. I got nervous. Some of us sold a little too much. Some of us got liquidated. Some of us, whatever. Anyway, that trend line's got some strength there, so I'm looking to see if we're going to possibly get a bounce off there to the downside, called a bearish retest. Some people call these swing failure patterns, I believe. I was brought up in the school of the bearish retest, which is, could be a good short area right here, 29,940, somewhere through there. Throwing it out there if you do see that get, rejected at those areas. We've been kind of waiting for this one for a while. After this nice bigger drop of there. But it's always good just to kind of zoom out and see what's going on the bigger picture. And, we've kind of lost a level, basically. That's kind of, it's hard to see, but that area right. See where this little fuzzy kind of, I don't know, little duckbill thing is? Yeah, that's a good one to draw. The whole width of it kind of tells you where our little area of resistance is right now. Kind of lost that, hard to get it back, but Ichimoku Cloud says, I don't know, maybe. Little whiner. Man up and say something, claim it. Drag that price back in there. It could happen, man. I'm watching this kind of dwindle down on the sides. Makes me a little nervous here on Ichimoku. Come on, you Ichimoku. There's another sign saying that we may get another shot back down at these lower levels, so we have to pay attention. See what's going on. Glad you could make it to the skating ring, Lisa.
I'm so happy to be here, Tommy.
This is my favorite slow song. Would you like to skate with me? Sorry for the distraction there. Somehow I picked that one. Is it 80s night? People making out beside the Pac-Man machine again? What? It's in the history books now. All right, Bitcoin. So you're just kind of hanging sideways on this weekend, just kind of lackluster, not really doing anything. You have lots of buy pressure coming up here. So we know when you touch down to these levels, people pay attention. They like to scoop you up because people like this. A lot more people interested in you right now. People kind of liking you. Bigger money's starting to like you, and they don't mind. So a lot more to say there. Oh, cool. Striga says it sounds good. I've been tuning up my little laptop for the trip, and I'm trying to see. I may do a test stream later tonight after this one. See how the sound and everything's going. I don't know, man. This thing's kind of outdated. She's all I got at the moment, though. Have to use the laptop microphone, which, oh gosh. It will be an adventure. So Bitcoin's going sideways, so let's check out Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is going up. That's not great for our altcoins. Here we were touching in this green cloud, which should drag us to the downside and make us all a little bit happy, and now it's not doing it. What's up with that? Well, maybe it's just retesting this 50 moving average, because it's got to kind of do something after losing all this ground, right? It is above the 9, so it's got some hope of trying to do it. There is some downward pressure coming. We're just getting a little bit of a relief here. I think if we come down to the 4 hour, to make a little bit more sense what we're seeing here. Although, wow, look at you. I would expect you to jerk us up in here. And I think you are on the 4 hour. Interessante. Oh, look at that trend line from this little wick and following the top of these candles here, just take us right into that 100. And this trend line and the 100 moving average both are saying, and you're not going to get much further than here. Everything is barely crossing there on Bitcoin dominance. So I guess we're feeling the pain this weekend. My guess is why things have been dropping is that, the government's been slowly, they've had some, I think 10,000 Bitcoin that they could sell off, and they were planning on doing that in this time frame. Looks like they chose the weekend when there's so little buy pressure, so to drive the price down or not interfere with it going down, instead of going in the week where they can get the most value out of our, I guess it's our tax money, our money. Or for us, because the more they make, the more they save us having to pay them. If you guys got keys to that money printer, why don't you just print everything? Get away with taxes, don't even need them, do we? I mean, you print it and then you want to give it to me, you want me to give back some of it back to you, and why does it matter? It don't work, it ain't worth nothing. Let's just call it disposable income. Flushable. Because that's where it's hanging around, down at the toilet. So we're getting a little bit of a retest back of this area on Bitcoin dominance. So what's it going to do for our altcoins here? They've been dropping a little bit. Man, we were all so hopeful for a break to the upside with that nice looking flag there. And what did it give us? A little lackluster breakout and then come right back down to the breakout point. 65% chance that it will come back to the breakout point when a following which breaks out. Just saying. So this is completely normal. But it looks like it's got a little bit more. Oh gosh, do you? That's going to just open this up to something much bigger. Let's not play this game. I don't want to play this game. That was a very lackluster flag, if this is what we got. Total 3, I'm disappointed in you. You going to come down here and touch that 100 on us? Because you lost all 3 of those moving averages. You're going to drag our altcoins down over tomorrow. just going to beat us down to the ground on altcoins. So sell on altcoins tomorrow. Or they probably try to trick us out of them in the middle of the week here. Overall, this is a very bullish pattern. It just takes it a while to play out. And it looks like right now we're in the little try to scare people phase. Oh, cool. So tonight, I guess we can still look at some of those mixed C coins that we didn't get a chance to go over last night. And anything else that might happen to pop up. I actually ended up getting in on some of those. It turned out that most of them, or several of them, were Binance Smart Chain. Most of the gaming ones. But I thought I'd put them out there for a little play, see what happened. I even bought Katana Inu. Because I like the chart. And call me crazy, but you know, and they I don't know if they're going to show up or not, but these Floki Safe Moon people, since we were down at a decent area at the time, when was it? I don't know. We were in the bottom of the range. I thought I'm going to throw about $60 worth of BNB on that just to see what happens in this low range, because it just came down. Just got a little breakout there. Things are curving around. I figured, hey, I don't know. I was looking for a meme play that might actually do something, so thought I'd give it a try. It's a lottery ticket. Because my opinion on meme coins, they don't do anything, man. They are just there for entertainment, gambling purposes only, basically. Here's one that used to, well, I guess it still is on Binance, Travala. Kind of a cool concept. I mean, they've actually got a website, travel website and stuff, where you can use this like I don't know, like travel points or something. And with your hotels. I played it last time, and it did pretty decent. It got up a lot higher than I thought, but I was already out of it by then. But Travala's got a 61 million total supply. 52 million's already out there. Market cap is still low right now for the bear market, 30 million. This one is a Binance. It's on Binance Smart Chain and Energy. And I got to figure out what Energy is. I'm seeing that more and more. And yeah, I'm not up to date on that one. But Travala hit an all-time high of $6.45. And that was a nice, sweet little run. It just kept going up. That's what we're looking for. And we're not close to that phase yet. I think we're kind of over here still in the foothills. But nice little run up. Where'd it go to here? About $2 on its pre-run up. It's at 55 cents right now. This thing isn't interesting. The biggest thing I was wanting to do. Hold your eyes. Oh gosh, you blinded me, dude. Come on. And then you're going to have an error? Don't do me this way, man. Application error. Client-side exception has occurred. Am I still on a VIPN? Is my VIPN activated? My VIPN is not activated. Why are you not letting me on there, Travala? See, it comes up for a split second. They hooked up with hotels and stuff. You're not helping me make a good argument for you, Travada. Maybe I'm just saying. It's your moment to shine right now. What are you doing? Will you skate with me? Was I in some kind of sentimental mood when I got up? He flipped off again, dude. Okay, we're done. Travada, go chart yourself. This is as far as I'm going with you, Travada. If you can't give me a website, I'm not going to skate with you tonight. Looks like you're in the range anyway. I'm going to move on. Who's this crypto in the corner over here? This is Luna. Hey, Luna. Luna's been down in the dumps lately. Lunar, you got the R. R. It's a space pirate program. Lunar. Yeah, okay, Lunar. Okay, your 4 hour look good. It's like, what did I see in you now? Okay, come back to the daily. Okay, I like the 9 crossing the 50s, so good chance we'll come back up here to 0.13. Is this worth messing with here? At its current price level, that's 30% move and coming back up to the 200 moving average. 89% move back up through there, so I find this one interesting. It's the point of resistance I expect us to go through. Let's mark him red because he's the devil.
Tommy, can I hold your hand while we skate?
You already drew that line, stupid. Okay, so just what I see for Travada, I kind of like it. I think it's kind of in bottom territory, although, you know, there's always that possibility it can come back and double bottom here, so... Boo. So we got these two little areas there, and it may not look like much, but percentage-wise, that could be a good 20% drop, so... Mine too early, like now, because it's under the 9 on the daily. Meaning, you know, you could get another 10% drop out of that. That's what I'm expecting. Because since we lost the 9, we're coming back down to the 21. Just my forecast. So I think you can get this at a better price. But the 4 hour, what you doing on the 4 hour? Do you support my theory? No, 4 hour says you're going to stop it here at 9. Oh, look at you getting rejected up here, Lunar. I seriously doubt there's a short available for you. I don't know. Mixing has almost anything now. 7% drop there. All right, well, you're not about to make me any money anytime soon, so let's move on. Striker says he just gets in and tries to get out. He only buys lunacy. You mean you buy that one for a hold, or you buy that one you just like to trade it? I hear a lot of people like to trade it. Lit. Give me a name that I can pronounce and not get tongue-tied over. Please. We're sticking with lit. Overall, this is embarrassing, so I'm not too excited about it, other than the fact that it's over the 200. What's it doing on the daily? She's not even close to it. Oh, come on. You picked out this dang list. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So very possible. Got a bottom area. We've tested it before. Okay, about 55 cents. Currently at 73 cents. Is there a chance to get you cheaper, or are you trying to actually make a move? You're actually trying to make a move right now. Okay. Will you make that move? Because that's a lot of pressure to break right there, baby. Are you ready for it? Are you up for it? Your indicators seem kind of high to be up for that move. I'm just saying. Not trying to throw shade on you or anything, but I know money flow is getting in the green, but I don't think today's your day, or this week is your week. So not impressed here, not yet. I can see it actually coming back down to retest this here about 58 cents, which then I may be interested in getting in on it. Striga said it depends on the day. Is this 80s music? Am I listening to 80s music? I'm pretty sure this has got to be 80s music. Did I put you in the wrong folder? It's 80s night here at the Road Dog Crypto Show. Oh my God, it really is. In Sesame Street. The letter A. All right, I'm going to look at some hardcore degens. I don't know what's up with them. Aitor, what you doing, baby? What's up with you? You still in run? You still doing okay? You're kind of a new little guy here on XC, aren't you? Are you worth messing with? Broke market structure right there, but are you in a channel? Because you could be. I think you're in a channel. You like channels, don't you? I bet you love channels. It looks like you really like a channel. Channels make you feel good about yourself, don't they? Looks like you're getting a little bit tired of this channel, though. You trying to break out of this channel? Is that what you're trying to do, Aitor? You can level with me, buddy. I'm your friend. I'll try to help you out here. Trust no one, Aitor. That was cop speak, and you almost fell for it. Come on now, Aitor. I can't really tell what you're doing. It's got a good chance to break out of this, but it's also retesting, hopefully, a support resistance flip. My, Aitor, I have not enough information to really make a good guess. Ichimoku Cloud makes me think that, well, even it says you might get a bounce here, but your moving averages, oh, you got to make up some ground there, baby. We have got some divergence, though. When we look at this line going up here, and then we check out the bottom part of these lines right here, they're going down. No matter which little humpy hump you measure it from. This little humpty hump, or this little humpty hump. You're doing the humpty hump. So that's bullish divergence. Hidden bullish divergence. And what that means is, well, since we're in a channel, likely to bounce here and go back to the top of the channel. Or at least find support here. So that's good news for Aitor. So right now is actually shaping up to possibly be a good area. Good time to get in on this. Oh gosh, I swear, man, that don't look good on the 4 hour with that cross. You trying to set me up, Daily? It's got a little bit more. I think it's going to wig down here and kind of firm up this area. I would watch this one. If you see the potential, if it does turn around, find support here, and if we can break back above this level at 36.4 cents, that would be enough confirmation right there. Just a little safeguard, because jumping in now and this doesn't work out and it goes down the south, that
Dang it, Road Dog. You suck.
That just showed you the safest way to play it, because this looks a little rough right here. But should you decide to go to the upside and you play it on the safe side and get in at that little 37-cent area, you could double your money by the time it gets back up to the top of it. Does that interest you? That just interested me. Some of these you just see like, oh, that's a 12% move. Yay, go team. This one's got a double your money. There ain't no guarantee. But it's got a double your money opportunity if it decides to get a bounce here. Because if it bounces off this trend line, then it is like a ball. It's got a new trajectory to go to, which is up. My fibbers on this particular move, which really, since we're going with trend, we'll use the 3-point trend based. Which has given us 71 and 75 cents. Technically even up to 81. Which is right at the top of that trend line, and me likes it. And so now we got some numbers to shoot for, which is right there at 100%. So two different ways to look at that, leading us both to the same conclusion. So far, I don't like that. The 100 across the 200, I don't like it. When was the last time you did that? You don't even have it on here, but it was right here somewhere. Well, you did that before. You little sneaky cheat. Is that what you do? Are you trying to pull this move? You trying to pull a fast one on me, mister? Because that little line was something like this. The yellow one. We can color it yellow. You crossed under it before. Look real. You dip down and then you pop back up, huh? You played this card before. All right, maybe. But the tell-all will be if it breaks below this trend line. If it does that, if we come down to about 31, this is probably not going to happen. And it should, but no guarantees that we would do a retest of this area about 32 cents before coming down. So if you're interested in this one, that would be the safest way to look at it. So tight, you got a tight stop loss. Let's look professional. Let's get that tool out that they like to put up on the trades. Let's do that fancy stuff. We'll do the risk to reward ratio here. So pretty darn good if it's 14.9. This is the kind of trades that you dream of, really, even to the lowest expectation there. Even just up to the top it had before. It's a 6-to-1 ratio. You got an 8% stop loss. Unless you want to make a bigger stop loss, and then we start getting into these crazy percentages, which, I'm like, if it comes to a certain point, the trade's over. It's not going to play out. So, lose as little as you can. And if it proves you wrong and it starts going back the other way, well, you got that little line here that says, hey, well, I can jump in there. Taking the trade from the safe zone and putting your stop loss, well, 10% there. Going to the top gives you a 3, almost 4%, almost 4-to-1. 3.75 risk reward. That's typically what people go for. But up to this far, we still got an 8 and a 9. It looks like a good one. Ator. So Mex C. What are you, Ator? Should things go terribly long, would I be tempted to keep you as a trade, as a hold? Maybe. Gosh, okay, 100 million? And 71 million's out. 20. Okay, what do you do? Can I look at Auger? I will do that next. I just now checked on the chat. Hey, welcome to the show, man. Yeah, as soon as I figure out what Ator is, we'll wrap this up, and I need to look at Auger anyway. All-time high was 54 cents, and that was just 19 days ago. What are you, Ator? CoinGecko's not going to tell me. We have to kind of just get a general feel here. For anonymity at scale, welcome to, oh, with like Tor. Okay, the Tor empowers adoptions. I like Tor Network. Relay. Okay. Well, just briefly looking in a degen kind of way. It looks like it's got, I think it's going to get a bounce here. I think this is the one to, it's on MEXC. Whoa, was it, are you on Uniswap? Are you? Because I'm on Uniswap now. Uniswap's been kind of convenient. I've never really used it before, but lately I have. Excuse me for a moment, fellas. It just looks like it's at a prime place to buy, so I'm going to actually see if I can pull this off. Let me pull up my Tangem. Oh, I'm already connected. I just got to tap and go. All right, cool. Yeah, baby. Highly recommend disconnecting. I'm going to throw in half an ETH. Before we do this, we're going to look at Ator. 2 wrapped ETH. I got to know. I've got to know. Man, you look kind of sick over here, man. I'm just saying. Don't make me feel like I'm going to buy the high. Oh. Okay, so it's clearly telling me that if I buy this with my ETH, I'm going to feel bad about it here very shortly. As on the ETH chart, apparently ETH is going to outperform this one a little bit, and I don't want to lose 25% of my bag in ETH as it comes down to the bottom of this trend line in ETH. So, dollar-wise, it looks like in a great spot. ETH-wise, no. Can't do it. Just can't do it. Disconnect from that, man. Oh, don't show. God, Jesus. Dude. Okay. Moving on now. We're going to check out Rep. So I think I've got this on just the trading view chart in general. Yeah, that's where I got it charted. I swear, I think this is a total dead coin. I can't find any evidence that this thing is up and running or anybody's interested in it. It is like a gambling. It's kind of like, if you've been watching BitBoy, it seems like it's something like Stake. Except Stake has got BitBoy just plastering in it like every 5 seconds. And this place ain't got nobody doing nothing. They don't even have their social medias up and going. I'll give them credit. There has been some recent updates on GitHub within the last 6 months. And it has migrated into its own chain, its own token. That's what Rep V2. I can't access the site. I don't think anyone from Canada said. It's what someone else said. It's American. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know that it's a real project. Now, it was sounding kind of gung-ho in the other video. Token Metrics liked it. So am I giving them too much credit on this? I don't, So I'm skeptical, but short term for a trade, it looks boys like it's going to go up. It's doing a bull flag. Just depending on how you want to look at that. But there's a measured move for that at the breakout, which it seems to be coming back into my little buy zone we talked about there. Hoping I don't think it will come back down to 152. Hope not. I don't want to see my bags go down. I'll probably have to get out if I see it going down that far. I ain't gonna lose my profit. And I always jump back in. But I got us getting up to this area, which I think also have a 618 or have a Fibonacci area there too. But putting this as a measured move. For the bull flag, I mean, it should take us up to about $7, but that, you know, that's kind of moon boyish just a little bit because they don't always work out that way. It is a little bit long for a flag, although it could be an AB equals CD, which basically does the same thing. So just to throw that out there. I see signs that it wants to go up. And for the life of me, after finding out what I had found out about it just recently, I'm like, well, you know, it's just got to be some people behind it, either want to pump it up or, you know, the token metrics, the limited supply has got some people interested, but there's, you know, I have to see there's a use case for this. And even though they have a betting place, a betting website or whatever, still not clear on what this token actually does. What makes it so high demand, other than some people speculating? But I will happily play this little speculation game because I got a nice little moon bag, and actually I added just a little bit more, dipped in at some of these juicy levels here. Just, you know, take another play. Because I think it can at least get back up to its $3, and we'll probably see that over the next few days. And it just getting up to those levels from where it is right now, I mean, that's a good 50% move. Get back up to about 330. That's tis not shabby. But for it to get up here to this measured move, you know, that's 250%. Let's see what we got going on in the chat here. I have a little problem about the absolute top. Absolute top. It's not doing anything because BitBabo has an update, and 67% of the volume comes from BitBabo. BitBabo. Well, clearly you know a lot more than I do. But you gave me something that I can research a little on. Appreciate that. Yeah, because I want to find out a little bit more about it. So if you bought it at the top, you mean like when it was way, way, way high? Like crazy high? Like $100 high? $50 high? I'm for a long range price prediction. I can't. I mean, I can tell you what the charts would say, and that's really all I can do. If it continues and how it performs is, you know, does it have a team? Does it have everything that the coin needs and all that stuff? But the chart suggests that, you know, it can at least come back up to about $37. And well, let's put it down there at 50. That's the 50% market, $30. Fibonacci retracement, or the 618 is 37, and that's just a great place. And if it's going to play normal, about $47 is definitely not out of the question. And it can definitely go higher from this too. If it's a valid project, if it's got a use case, what would I do there? What'd you do? What was that craziness? Debbie, what are you doing, baby? You did, what is... Don't make me mistrust my fibs. Something's not right in the state of Denmark. What happened there? Did I click the wrong button or something? My fibs are not acting right. That looks funky. That looks right. Oh, that doesn't look right. Okay, I guess we're not on log scale, are we? Do not want to be on log scale. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're a pattern trader and you are trading like with measured moves and stuff, you want to make sure that you are not on log scale because it distorts everything. You take a measured move and you move it up, the size of that thing, that stick will change. When you draw a line and you start moving it up and stuff, it changes scale on you midway. It will mess you up with pattern trading. So you don't see me use log scale. Okay, so I think I see what you're doing or why you're pulling that. It just threw me off. It still makes no sense to me. How these got so separated there. Weird. Seems quite normal here though. That's so weird. Okay. Well, $15 would, if this is, my fibs are actually acting right. That just looks weird to me that they're all congested up here when I just drew my bottom down here. It makes no sense that this is 100% and 50% would be way up here. It doesn't make sense in my brain. I'm going to just reload my whole screen. I'm going to just start all over. Oh, JN says no, the top of $3. Oh, I think you're, oh, okay. So you bought the top of this last little move or something? Just recently? No, I think you got a chance to, I think you got a chance to come out ahead on that. I'm expecting it to hit over $3 here in the next few days. That's why I bought back in when it got back to the low $2 area. Kind of like where it is right now. So I'm down 35%. Do you think I should hold it for a week and maybe buy a little bit more? If you're going to buy more, you want to buy it when it's cheap. That way it will lower your entry price and you'll get into profit quicker. So if you bought like the top of the wick over here, when it wicks down to these low prices, like we got another run down this. I wish I'd caught that at 175. That would have been awesome. See, does it plan on coming back down again or not? There's too many lines here. Got to zoom out again. Okay, you're the bump and run. All right. It did wick down here. There's a chance, but it's riding above the 100 right now. So we got that support. It's got to get back above the 9. So it's having a little trouble here, but that's to be seen. Oh man. If we lose this area and start closing candles below that, then we're headed down to about 150, possibly. Don't want to see that. It kind of ruins the whole setup for what it's doing right now. It's got a good chance to finish out what it's doing right now with this kind of flag. Oh, that's your moving average. I'm thinking the moving average is looking at my trend lines. Personally, I'm hoping it'll stick right here, even though I would love to get some cheaper. I'm afraid if we start losing this level, well, it may get cheaper than I want it, and considering the FUD in the area or what's being dug up about it. There's a rumor that the dev team left or something. I don't know. I just can't find any proof to see that it's an actual working platform. It won't let me come near it because I'm in the US, but VPNs don't seem to work, and I don't know that it's not telling every country that, I don't know. So I would feel better if I just have validation that, hey, they've actually got a working project. Hey, people are over here in this country are just loving it. And I haven't come across that. Jane said there'll be more volume about 1 hour and 16 minutes. I need the confidence to hold it because I'm scared to wake up upon another 35 to... Oh, yeah, they're not fun, but... Let's turn on the old Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Band's got a squeeze here. That's what I liked about it. Bollinger Bands are suggesting that it could still come down to 153, though. Where's our mid? It's at our middle. Have we lost it yet? Are we still there? We're fighting to get it back. It's not technically over, but we did touch, and usually... I am still looking for the more upside. It should. I mean, we got one rejection here at the 200. It should, with all the strength and everything, at least want to try to test it one more time there. But it may have broken market structure. I'm looking for how I'm actually playing this. I mean, I've got some targets over there you could definitely reach if you're looking at this bear flag, but my personal plan, I'm looking more like for an M pattern to come out. And then I need to see how our indicators are telling me if we got any bearish divergence or bullish divergence. And if it's bearish divergence, like if the price is going up here, candle closes, and our RSI, which is this little guy, makes another lower peak, like it looks like it's trying to. This little purple line, if it, price goes back up there and it makes a lower peak like that, that tells me that peak is probably the top for right now, and it's a good time to get out and take profits. That's my play on it. But it's got little signs of tiredness, but I'm just waiting to see the breakout. One week is looking like it wants to rise in the 4 hours flat. The week got beaten down and it's got that wick, and that was one of the things that appealed me, because we got kind of a V-shaped recovery coming, which should get us back up to around the top part where we kind of lost out. So we're talking about between $5 and $7, and that's one of the things that kind of encouraged me to go ahead and take a bigger risk on this than I normally would have. I put more money on this than I do normal for just a short-term trade, and it's turned out well so far. I just basically moonbagged it, and so I'm in the clear there, except for what I just bought recently. I did buy back into it a little bit recently. Tangem. How's it going, not a member? Oh, that reminds me. Keep forgetting about that. Have to change that up every once in a while. And also, man, I just got too much stuff over there. Okay. So rep, yeah, I'm in on this one too, so I'm hoping for more upside. I'm seeing some signs it wants to do it, so I like that curvature. I like that curvature on that 200 moving average. It's just nice and cheeky. Sexy curves. Feel sexy, baby. Go ahead and check out this one called Routes. And let's see if we got it charted already. Do we? Oh, what happened here? Round, did you surprise me? You went below my buy zone. Did you really? You little sneaky. You little sneaky chief. Well, you broke that area there. That's not really kosher. Kind of need that area to hold, Route. Oh. See, I didn't zoom out, man. Gotta zoom out. There's this rounding thing going on here. He ain't through rounding yet. You definitely can come back down this area. Actually, I would probably hope you don't lose that. I hope you don't lose that daily moving average right there. It actually looks pretty good for it. There's a good chance it may find a bottom here at 264 right here. So we got all those moving averages right there. It should give you some support, but if it doesn't, I'm looking for it to come down just a little bit more. But there also should be a trend line here that should hold. So maybe a wick down there. I don't know. It's not the greatest place to just kind of jones in, you know. So, well, clearly that buy zone is kind of going to suffer just a little downside as we kind of figure out what we're doing here with this rounding. This one I think might be a good, well, Token Metrics thinks it's a great one to invest in. So they rate it highly, and it is an accumulation, so it's really more for a long-term play. It's got some possibilities to get some. We're getting back up to these areas over here. You know, that's a 200x, 230x. Just getting back to the top of the range is about 66%. So it's got some tradability, but especially if it comes down lower. Or the bottom of that trend line at the top of that range. Yeah, there you got something worth trading. Don't have any of this yet, I don't believe. Haven't looked at Ferrum in a minute. Hey, Jan. Hey, you subscribed. Cool. Appreciate that. Man, I'm scared for Augur because I over-risked it. I understand that, and I felt that way. Actually, interesting about that. Do we need to go back to rep? Where you at? Well, I was sold on it from what I've seen from Token Metrics and all that, and you kind of expect there to be just a little bit more backing it when you find out through a paid service like Token Metrics, right? Like I probably don't have to dig as deep to find out stuff using a service like that, but apparently this one kind of got by them, in my opinion. If there's just some signs that it's nothing there. Might as well be a meme coin. But my original plan was to ride this baby back up to $5 to $7, and so I wasn't planning on moonbagging it just yet. I wasn't planning on taking profits, but just finding that out and weighing the risk. Well, 280, about the 280s and at $3 is when I started selling, half my position there. So I understand that, and then I put some more skin back in the game just recently. So whether it's got anything going on it long term or not, right now there are people buying it and trying to push that price up for some reason. Whether it's for actual use case or just something going on that we can just catch and ride up with it. And I'll help you launder this money over here. We'll put it in this coin, drive the price up, get a little retail in, we'll skim a little off the top when we take our profits down there. We'll just exchange it that way. How's that sound to you? Sound good? You want in? I don't know what's going on with it. If there's something behind it, I don't know, but it looks like it's getting ready to ride up according to TA, so that's the risk I'm playing on it. I like that bump and run pattern. It's set up for a great move to the upside, so. But let Bollinger Bands be your friend, man. When prices outside of them, don't buy. My Bollinger Bands are blue, so this little blue line going up through here that you can probably barely see, but Never buy outside of Bollinger Band. Don't do it. Bollinger Bands are your friends. It would help you avoid that. The Netherlands and Belgium are dominating on... Okay. Man, let me find out it's taken off in some country and it's actually working. I mean, it did start out as like an ERC20 coin, and then they have their own thing, and it migrated over. There's, you can still, like at their website, I can still migrate tokens over if I had them to do that. So they're going somewhere for a purpose. Maybe did it become decentralized? Is it truly decentralized? And now it's, I don't know. I'd like to hear some more news and stuff about it. That would make me feel a little bit better about maybe holding on to it longer instead of jumping out. But my original plan, I liked what I saw. I was going to ride that little baby for a while. I tried to ride it up a little, like 10%, and then it dumped on me. Oh, you did look at the analysis will change the game for you. I'm telling you. And I've ruined this trend line. I have no idea what that means now, so we'll just erase that one. Take a look at Caspa here. Caspa, you on a tear, baby. Clearly, you did not get painfully rejected there and break any kind of bad trends. You're trying to do the second scenario. You're just trying to do it late. Caspa's trying to do something here. So you broke my cursed line and you got under it. And by my rules, I'm like, yeah, it's over for you now. And then you pulled another parabolic move, Caspa. Wow. She's going strong. We are... That's the top of that wick, and we're or top of this candle over here, and we're above it. Let's check out the regular candles. Of course, we got that wick right there to contend with. And that's at one of my targets, basically 4.2 cents. Oh, what'd you do? Put that back. Woo. And she got the little green dot on the daily. She wanted to rock. So she's getting ready to hit some more measured moves. And for anybody trying to get in on Caspa, the only safe play you got here is not really that safe, because market lovers love to just drive it to the ground. And that's where you look at your latest, your last top. So price will break up above it and then retest and then go to the upside, right? Normally, and then that should be a lot of people will buy in at this level on a retest, right? But I've been noticing lately a lot of these market makers, they play that. They'll wait for that and then they'll dump in after. So they're getting a little tricky themselves. So flipping a resistance level into support is basically the only trade, and it's a rough one. It really is. They rarely work out well. They either stop you out and price just takes off. That's the game that the market makers are trying to do if it is going up. And sometimes they're just taking profits and driving everything down, although it looks like this one wants to go. So I'm too scared to add to my Caspa bags at these prices. I liked Caspa when it was under 3 cents. Back in these bargain areas, I just didn't like it enough to put as much in, and now I just feel the regret. Just chalk that up to the way this market works. But I do have a little bag, and it is growing. Oh, if this is playing out here, we're going to see 18, 19 cent Caspa at some point. Go figure. Oh, Caspa. So I guess we can take some of these targets off since they hit. 34% hit. What is this one? Is this one? 52% is already hit. So you're going. And now we just got to wait for these other guys. So let's clean this chart up a little bit. That measure move hit. That measure move hit. I didn't sell any because I'm holding on because I got a little bit baggage growing. So I saw a bullfag pattern and that gave me a little hope. I have my sell orders around 310. Okay. That should be fine. I was kind of looking at 340, but now on the Euro chart, it could make a little difference. I would just draw a fib and shoot for those fib targets. They work very well. And the moving averages. How about that Naka? Naka. Now Naka I didn't miss, but I felt like I was buying in too high though. When it was way down here at 30 cents. I didn't like buying it at 30 cents. I didn't, but when we broke structure there, I was like, oh crap, this is probably my last chance. So I bought the breakout and it did not do its retest. Looks like it might. It's got a 65% chance to come down, and this is a shallow falling wedge, right? So it's got a chance to come back to this breakout area, about 29, 30 cents. And if it does, knock it back getting bigger. But it may just, glance off the very top of this, about 37 cents off the 50 moving average. Curious to see how this little guy plays out. Fibs, can you tell me anything? That we're at a 382. So if it holds that 382 though, so if it holds its current level, that's a good sign that it's going to do some more up. But if we don't, and I don't think we will. I think we got to come back and touch this 50. We may actually come back down here. I believe we could come back down to the 618 at 32 cents. And I say, that's the place to buy. So I have to keep a watch on this. It's got some signs that's tired and may want to do that. You never know. Ichimoku Cloud says it's probably going to happen, but then it's going to hurt its performance getting up to these higher moves, though. That's the only drawback about it, because the retest of these lines do hurt future performance.
Burkowski says that chapter 8, verse 7.
Trend lines also suggest it'll come down these areas too, so I'm looking for it. You get back into the 30s, Naka. We'll talk. It's 6 o'clock in the Netherlands, so there will not be much volume for rep in the next 1-2 hours, maybe around 10. In the morning? Wow. Squid rain. Right. Let's hope for the best, but I hope it won't be called rip. No, it's got, to me, I think it's got a good chance to go up. But do play, but if there's a market for it over there on your side of the world, hey, that's news I'm actually looking for. It just needs some people using it. Maybe it just hadn't caught on, but that would, if they're liking it and getting some use out of it, then hey, it's done its job. We're just restricted over here. It won't even let me get anywhere on their website. It politely just tells me to kick rocks. A silo has shown a small sign of life today. Silo. I remember having some of this over on KuCoin. God, I had way too much crap over there. A lot of it's starting to run right now, though. Now that I can't get out of it or do anything, I've already had to sell it and migrate. Figured it would. Oh, you got some work to do, Silo. So it might be trying to do something, but it might have been trying to do something all these other times too, and it didn't. Whew. I think this wouldn't be dangerous until you get a retest right there, in my opinion. Then it might be worth getting into. Right now, it could still be a bottomless pit. Squid Rain, stop, girl. That's what he's. Okay. Hey, welcome to the show, guys. Glad to have you here. You haven't been here before. We just kind of chill, look at the charts. Been tracking Bitcoin. Show last night was pretty cool. We went over a lot of these coins that looked like they were getting ready to do something. What I want to look at right now is, wait a minute. Let's go back to the chat here. Can you explain how scalp trade with Heikin-Ashi candles and stochastic RSI is the easiest way? Do you want a lesson? Can you explain how to scalp trade with Heikin-Ashi candles and stochastic RSI the easiest way? Well, if you're scalping, you're going to be here on the 1 minute. And if you're new to scalping, then you probably want to stick with Bitcoin. And the candles don't so much matter. It's just that they're a lot more noisy with this Christmas tree candles, and just the color for one thing, and just the way that they're built. So when you use Heikin-Ashi and you put it at a soothing color, it's just easier to see those trends because you don't have all the little. It smooths out for you in a way, and it allows you to see the price patterns a lot more clearly. So that's why I like to use it. It makes it a lot easier for if you're pattern trading, especially. So I'm recommend looking mostly for patterns overall, because you just zoom out. Even on the 1 minute, you take a zoom out. Maybe you can go to a higher time frame, to the 1 hour or something if you need to. It really changes the way things look. But you look to the bigger time frames to give you the weather or what's going on. So if it's raining, you don't want to trade. If things are coming in the down, right now we got kind of a bounce down here, right, on the higher time frame. So looking good so far. Then we come to the smaller ones and see what's going on. And as I explained, I think we're getting a bearish retest of this area. So I'm expecting us to probably come up here and then maybe fall on our face. We might not even make it up that high. Maybe it's right here because averages are changing around. For scalping, I think the moving averages will help you out a bunch. RSI, the biggest time I want to look at RSI is when I have bottoms and when I've got a trend line. So this bottom to that bottom, I'm looking at my RSI to see what it's doing. This one's making a new low, that one's making a high, and that's giving me some divergences, which I also utilize. Oh, where'd you go, man? My little cheat sheet over here that I throw up. I fears it would be more than I can tell you in just a few minutes on scalping, especially the lower term time frames. But my biggest use for RSI, just seeing the number overall, if it's overbought or oversold. If we're up above 70%, things are getting heated. It's too hot in the kitchen, things are going to cool down. This is below 30, and things are usually in a good place to look at buying. If they're in the 30s, you want to look and see if you got a pattern, like when it's down here, broke market structure, did like a V shape. If you can catch it, great place, because it does like a V-shaped recovery. For scalping, you look for a lot of these things. I think for scalping, one of the best things to do is identify a range. And so you kind of see where we wick down, and it doesn't always hit those ranges, but you can throw some buy orders in sporadically through there and wait for them to catch. It varies. It depends on how much leverage you're using. If you're using a lot of leverage, that strategy wouldn't work so good. If you're using moderate, just low leverage, then that works pretty well. But I do have videos over this, and then I have a Telegram group, which at the moment right now is still free. And there's lots of videos over there from not just from my channel and the ones I did for Chart School, but also from the trading group that I used to be in. I don't mean the 4 hour to 1 day. I mean the longer term of spot. Oh, for you spot trading? Yeah. Spot trading. Like, I guess we can go back here to rep. So, yeah, I'm always checking out the daily, seeing what the daily's doing, and then moving down to about the 4 hour. Just to give me a general idea, and then from there, you know, I'll go down to the 1 hour and the 15 minute. I'll go down as low as I have to if I'm trying to get in. Like if I see there's getting ready to be a breakout here, on this level, I'm coming down to the smaller time frames just to get a feel for it. Or if we're down at the bottom, I like to buy the bottom of the trend line, so I'm always looking for what's going on when price is down at these levels to see if it's getting ready to take a move up, and then I'll take a chance on it or put money into it. But and mostly, I go by the patterns a lot, that and fib levels. I don't know, I just have a mishmash of certain little things that work for me. What's the name of the Telegram? It's Road Dog. It's tricky, man. There are so many of them intertwined, and the description. There's links in the description below. So that's the easiest way. And then when you get in one of them, check the pinned messages, and there's the other links to the other sections. Because I've got. Let's pull you up. Cause it's confusing. I know I have to redo this at some time. I didn't know. I've actually got another one, just roaddog.crypto, which is sitting there doing nothing, but I may switch everything over there sometime. Started out with Chart School, and then this kind of turned into more of a news and update thing, and that's where I post news and updates. And I only got 17 people over here wanting to check that stuff out, but then we've got our chat area, the lounge. That's where all the cool kids hang out, and we've got the bot. That does TA for you. It has AI. It's got cool stuff. It's just there. Learn how to use it. It's CoinTrends bot. CoinTrends is a great place to check out too if you want to. They got some other tools available on their desktop, but they also have this bot, which is really cool. And it will do TA. And a lot of people just get on here and it'll draw charts for you too. And I think that's Sudagger's chart. So we got some cool people over here doing some cool things. And then we got the chart room area. And I got a general area, and a lot of times I'll put some of my winning trades over there, just general information about stuff. It's just kind of a free-for-all. There is and this, when I've had this is when I figured, oh, you can do topics. Well, that makes things easier. So I've got a student chart area where Chris likes to hang out, and he likes to post charts and updates and things. And if you're trying to learn about charting and things like that, that's the great place to hang out. And I check on there, answer questions and things like that. And then we got chart setups, trade setups, where I will post just trade setups I come by. Trades that I think would be good to get in for someone looking for them. You know, you take a look at it, see if it makes sense to you, if you agree, if you like the project or whatever. This is Synverse. We need to take a look at Synverse too. And targets I got for it, where to sell, good buy zones. So I just, that's what we got going on over there right now. At some point, I'm thinking about making this part of the YouTube membership, or parts of it, part of the YouTube membership thing. I don't know. If I do, whoever's in there currently or whatever will be kind of grandfathered in. There won't be any subscriptions or anything like that necessary. Just for future people as the channel grows. If it grows, maybe it'll grow. Maybe we'll reach 1,000. Maybe. Synverse, man, Syn's been moving. Syn's starting to come down a little bit now, but she went low on us. She went down to the twos, man. She went down to 2937. Now she's looking nice. This is on the 4-hour chart. Reclaim the 200. Got the golden cross happening right now. This is a buy signal. I don't recommend buying at the top right now. I'd recommend giving it a chance to come back down at least a little bit. But that is an official buy signal for the 4-hour time frame. So this is like when you get a signal like that, and then you start looking down maybe like the 15-minute, trying to get a feel for what's going on here. And 50-minute says, oh, it's got a good chance to maybe come down a little lower. It's got some bearish divergence there. So 15 is telling me, hey, we can get in this cheaper. And that's when it's a good time to pull out a Fibonacci retracement tool and look at this little yellow area right here. So Sinverse, by Dow theory, price will come back about half of the way from a big pump like that, a 50% retracement, which is this little guy here, and down to the 618. So those are some good topics, but maybe go down to this 200 moving average. Since we just now broke above this 200 moving average on the 4 hour, it is definitely at some point in time going to come back and tap that again. So if you follow it and put your bias along the 200, and especially price starts coming back toward it, those are your best buy targets, in my personal opinion. But Sin's getting excited now. She had a big breakout. Finally. Starting to see some action out of Sinverse. The bags are starting to look better. Oh yeah, just join the group. Can I ask things in there? Yeah, you sure can. That's what it's there for. This channel started out as where were we? I got playlist over here. We started out teaching chart school. And after 29 videos and gradually seeing that, and I knew this going in, but this was me first starting out, and figured I will focus on useful content. There's a chart school playlist. I'm trying to just click it. Here we go. Oh, come on. Of course, when I try to do things don't work out, but there's like at least 29 videos in there teaching you how to do what I do. And I try to make them entertaining. Some of them just downright corny. I remember this is when I was first starting out, so I'm just warning you. Hey, Boca Juniors, dog, you still bullish on Decred? Yes, I am. I haven't looked at it lately. It's a slow mover sometimes, but it's a great long-term hold. It's an excellent long-term hold. But I have not looked on it. Why, do you know something I don't know? Is there some kind of weird new news coming out about it or something? Government decided they're going to make it illegal or something? I'll be sad if they try to make Decred legal, especially just made marijuana legal in the state 15 minutes away from me. Excuse me. Hello, frog in my throat. Am I bullish on it right now, though? Well, I'm always bullish on this one. Tell you, man, if you see this thing, you see this thing around $12 and you don't grab it, oh, you'll be kicking yourself later. Because as I showed last time it was around there, it just immediately, took it time, but it was pretty much a straight line up to $250. Right back here, when it was $12.68. And then it just, 235 on this chart. Will it do that again? I hope so. I did expect it to do it there. But you just had a nice little breakout. I have no volume on this chart. Wonder why. It may be in this range for a little while, but I'm telling you, if it ever does come back down to 12, pack those bags, baby. You can thank me later. Dude, I swear this fib just acts different now. It's like this bottom area just goes out proportionally. It's freaking me out here. Did I mess up something? Did I click something? Are you doing something extra? Fib levels based on, no, you're not based on log scale. I don't think I didn't do anything. All right. I just don't recall them acting all crazy like that. So we're just kind of like in a falling channel at the moment, which, it's hard to tell what each one to do on the weekly here. It's struggling with that 9 moving average, and we would love always to see price above a 9 moving average on whatever chart they're on. Currently, we're underneath it. Doesn't mean that we can't close above it and go up, though. 3-day, we're below it and below the 21, so that's not helping our argument there on the weekly, is it? Daily is just right below it, too. It's just right below it on all of those. That's interesting, though. So it's trying to regain it on all of those. I take that as a bullish sign. If it doesn't, then we are looking like a double bottom scenario. And like I said, great chance to buy more. Four-hour looks bearish. Shit looks bearish. Unless it pulls off a Hail Mary, which I've been seeing some surprising Hail Marys lately. You see these trend lines come down and then they just do 180 and do something like that. I mean, it's not normal. So zooming in here on the 4-hour, look at their moving average. Now the 9s, some of them are looking like they're wanting to try to come back up. We got the 200 that's still tilted to the upside. It's not tilted to the downside. So that's a lot more momentum and a lot more steam than what that 100 has. Starting to see it level off. I think she's trying to do something to the upside, actually. Just pretending to be bearish. But this one can be a slow mover until that one day when it's not, and it just, you think it's should stop here. Maybe we should sell a little here, and it just keeps on going. And that just makes it dear to my heart. Did you already buy your alts for the bull market, or are you waiting for a bigger drop? My alts bags have been packed since we were at the bottom prices. And that was my goal, to try to buy on the bottoms. And I pulled it off on some of them, didn't quite get it on some others. But it's basically this whole time in the market. Now we're revisiting those same prices now on a ton of these altcoins. So if you're looking on getting in with dollars, great time. If you're trying to trade Bitcoin to do it, not a good time, because Bitcoin's going to outperform them. That's why we check out Bitcoin dominance, and we keep track of that. But if you're just buying in cash or something, yeah, this is not a bad time. Because the altcoins, according to Total 3, they're just slowly getting ready to get set up for a much bigger move. It's going to take it time. It's going to take it a little. It's moving turtle slow speed, but it's about to confirm this huge bullish pattern. And once it confirms it, oh, it's on. Let's see a lot of money pour into the altcoins, and number going to go up. And I don't think that's going to be our major altcoin move either. I think, this is just like just the turnaround phase. We're just getting started. So I like this channel already. I would join the lives more. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not doing as many videos lately, or much anymore. I'm focusing more on the lives, because actually I think I can get more information out there. The videos, I've got to target which ones, and most people aren't even interested in that particular coin anyway. So, I get more subscribers on the videos, but I think if you're trying to learn how to do technical analysis, and if you're trying to keep up on what some coins are actually doing, you can't beat the lives, I don't think. Uh-oh, I got my astronaut dancing. Sometimes we bring out the girls with the disco ball and the sausage. That's when we're feeling really frisky. So I'm waiting with dollars. I think 20-30% on alts is very possible in the coming months. Yes, I agree. I have a possibility up to 38 to maybe 40%. Being very possible. Zero video was brilliant. I appreciate that. I forgot what I did in it though, but thank you. That's a good one to take a look at right now. It's been suffering, man. They're all below $1 and just can't seem to get back up there. Halo Zero, I need you to pump my bags, baby. I believe in you. I think I'm under on this one. Oh, if it's at 91 cents, yeah, I am. So this is one of my little plays. It's not one of my huge bags, but it's, you know, what I'm considering maybe growing if the situations are right. Jan says, I hope 58.6% Bitcoin dominance and total 3. Okay, then I'll start DCAing. Don't have much money, but I hope to catch a little lower to make more of this bull market. Yeah, if you are trading in Bitcoin or doing Bitcoin pairs, which I'm going to start doing a little bit more here on the channel, and ETH too, now that I'm kind of turned on Uniswap a little bit more. Till those gas fees get crazy, and then I want to curse at it. Dollar-wise, you're doing good, but one of the biggest things that I did during this cycle that I didn't do last cycle is I didn't go heavy on Bitcoin. This time I did, and that's a very important lesson that I've learned. Need to be, man, 60 to 75% of Bitcoin. I'm just telling you, it will at least half in Bitcoin, at least half minimum, and that will stabilize your portfolio. And if you can find the good exchanges, what I was doing with KuCoin, they had spot margin, and I could borrow against my Bitcoin. And that's how I got to build up some of these bags I've got. Although some of it bit me in the butt because I had to move off of there with the KuCoin migration for US users, unfortunately. So some of those plans did not come to full fruition, but it was an awesome strategy. I can't find another exchange that offers spot margin. But when I do, I'll probably fall in love with it because I believe I got the key to grow your bags bigger. Well, you can grow it bigger. Takes a little time, but that's perfect for an accumulation strategy. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been doing that for about a year and a half. No liquidations, no threats of liquidations, just managing my risk, my debt ratio, the biggest thing. But no exchange is doing it now, so I'm sad. Ended up having to sacrifice a little bit more Bitcoin than I wanted to in that migration, but now my goal is to get it back. You don't take my Bitcoin from me. I don't share my Bitcoin, and I don't share my chocolate. And those are my 2 world rules of life to live by. Aleph Zero is looking kind of rough here on the daily. Looks like it could possibly... Are you coming back down to 85 again? Maybe? Maybe? You're a bit of a hard read there. Moving averages look like they're being rejected. And even here on the 4 hour. Oh, you just had a golden cross and you just... What did you... Man, you deserve to be slapped for that. That's just not right. That is not right. Golden cross and then a death cross immediately after. Oh gosh, we're going to 0. You are Aleph Zero after all. We're holding this trend line very nicely though. I like that. I think we got a good chance maybe to flip this. If we break that trend line, I'm going to be scared. I'm just telling you. Playing games up here with this 50 and 200. Don't know what that's about, but y'all need to cut it out or get a room, whatever. And the little blue line needs to go to the upside. They both need to go to the upside. 50 and 200 looks good. It's curving around. I really think that we'll probably find support here at these areas. Because if you drop down anymore, I'm going to come look for you because you're making my bag shrink. I don't want to have shrinky bags.
Look at those shrinky bags.
It's so cute. You never want to hear that about your bags. Oh, they're cute. Even the sausage don't want to hear that. This guy dancing over here with the girls, you don't want to hear how cute and little he is. You're just the cutest little sausage ever. No. Same with my bags. I lost the chat again. taking a look at the total 3 slash Bitcoin chart. I don't know if I've ever done that. Is that legal in most of the states? Total 3. Are you going to do that for me? Will you do that for me? Oh, wow. I don't do that very often. I kind of forget that it can do that because it usually screws up when I do it. I have nothing over here to tell me what's going on. There's no prices over here whatsoever. Just 161. I have no. Okay, well, tell me here. Okay. Why did you do that? Interesting. But if I'm reading this right, it looks like that total 3 is gaining on Bitcoin. Or is that the Bitcoin? How am I reading this? Number 1 to come down, whatever it is that I'm looking at here. Down to here at this 100 moving average. It's trying to get support there. Can it get support there? We'll look at that in a second. That's just a 3% move to the downside on the 4-hour. It's got a chance to get support at the 50 where it is right now. Ichimoku Cloud kind of agrees. It's also really close to it, but she's got the little turkey chicken neck thing going on over here, so she kind of agrees. What say ye on the 1 hour? Oh, 1 hour is just pulling the same trick here, but with the 200, so. Maybe if you don't hold, you're going to drop. I expect you to drop. You're in a bearish pattern after all. You really technically, you should be dropping.
It should drop. Ichimoku Cloud says it should drop too.
So on the 1 hour, it's showing me signs that it likely will fall into this cloud and come back down here. So 3% move to the downside. Down to 0.59, whatever that is. And then look at the weekly chart and zoom out. Oh, well, it looks like it wants to do a bearish retest and then go down. Now that makes more sense to me, because if we're comparing total 3 to Bitcoin, the Bitcoin will outperform them, and that could be what we see there. So a bump up, which we should be getting out of altcoins now, and then according to this, a bump down not too long after. Now that could fit in with what I'm seeing on total 3 otherwise too. She's kind of got, well, you know, we've seen this pattern on Bitcoin too. It's got the bump and run pattern. We eventually, after a bunch of dilly-dally, make it up here, and then we can break out of that. That's on the daily. The weekly, though, those moving averages, woo. She can come up, but getting above 65 will, may not happen. Things may turn there. But so far, bullish. And so far on the weekly, trying to regain the 9 moving average, so that's bullish for an upward move. Just going to have trouble over here. So I hope that total 3, I hope that altcoins do outperform Bitcoin in the short term. In order for it to do that, we need Bitcoin dominance to kind of come down, baby. You really need to come down. In total 3, I need you to go up, which you're trying to do. But that would help me to reclaim some of my lost Bitcoin from the KuCoin migration, so I would be cool with that. Seeing some flashing green. Wait for it to drop around 30 to 35 and then DC8 into alts. Sounds like a good plan. Sounds like you're not a newbie at all. Because those are some advanced strategies right there, my friend. Usually comes from somebody that's been in the market for a little while. But if you've been in the market for a while, you should have been cool with rap. So that confuses me. But I'm cool with it. I ride with anything. I'm looking for inverted head and shoulders out of total 3. Guys, the time is now. I'm 30 minutes over, and that's just what happens with these streams. Try not to make them too long, because people say, like, oh my god, that stream's an hour and a half. I'm not going to sit here and watch that boring stuff for an hour and a half. And so, I figured an hour is good, but I can't seem to pull it off. I can't do it. I keep going further. You're welcome, Strega. And so I got to pop off of here and actually work on the stuff for the travel stream and see if I can actually get this laptop to generate a stream tonight. So I'll be doing a test stream. And then I guess I'll just have to worry about all the other stuff like Wi-Fi issues at hotels and stuff next week. But I shall be back here again tomorrow night. Until then, I guess we're going to watch the same outro we watched last night, because I haven't changed it. You guys take care. Have a good night.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on.
Maybe I did change it. I don't know.
I don't need to analyze every word.
Jagan says he can chart. He just has anxiety in his market. Are you new to the... Well, I don't know if you have time to respond before this stream ends, but are you just new to the crypto? You're used to charting in other markets or something? It'll wear off. You'll be fine, man. Especially if you can chart, you're golden. You can skip ahead of a lot of people and just start working on those emotions, man. And that risk management used to be... Sounds like you got a... Sounds like you're a couple steps ahead of a lot of other people. So it sounds like you got everything in line like you need, man. You got it.